Sudan is approximately one-fourth the size of the United States, and it is the largest country in Africa. It is located in northeastern Africa, just south of Egypt. Africans, Arabs, and the Beja make up the majority of the population of Sudan.
People of Sudan wanted independence and freedom, so they started a group to try to take over the government to gain their independence. The Sudanese government fought back and created the Janjaweed, a militia group comprised of Arab tribes to overthrow the citizens and create as much damage as they possibly could. The survivors of the attacks on the village are left with nothing after the Janjaweed stormed through, so they are forced to find a new life in the desert-filled region. An estimated 400,000 civilians have been murdered by the Janjaweed. The Janjaweed would have planes bomb the areas, then would move onto the ground shooting anyone in sight, then would torch the places for those trying to hide. The Janjaweed went on campaigns going from village to village, taking or murdering children and raping women. The displacement of these children has led to them losing their parents and starvation. The raping of women is a key weapon the Janjaweed use to destroy the villages. This tears apart the traditional society these people have, as single women having sex or women having sex outside their marriage has very strict punishments.
As the Janjaweed move through a region, they will force the men into labor, eventually killing them or having them join their militia. They then turn to the women and girls, raping as young as 7 and as old as 78 repeatedly as they burn down the village and anyone who will not cooperate. The remaining survivors are forced out of their homes and completely out of their village and into the desert. Many citizens must walk up to 25 days in the desert in order to feel safe and be able to find shelter. Refugee camps have been built in certain areas of the desert for the survivors, but if women leave the camps in search of firewood, they become vulnerable to attacks of rape. Since 2003, the Janjaweed have brutally been moving from eastern to western Sudan. On January 9, 2011, South Sudan will vote on whether or not to withdraw from Sudan completely. If the results of the referendum aren't credible, violence could erupt. A new mass killing or fresh genocide is more than likely to occur.
Raising awareness is one of the simplest and most important ways to make a difference. Be active by volunteering in a local advocacy group to help inform and raise money for the cause. Protest against President Omar al-Bashir, a wanted war criminal, by helping our government in demanding that all parties in Sudan allow unimpeded access for peacekeepers, humanitarian aid organizations, and robust human rights monitoring throughout the country. Help stop the genocide. Take action. Remember, if we don't speak up, we become accomplices.